Hi, Kelly here at Cochrane Toyota. We're located at 8 River Heights Drive, Cochrane, Alberta. And today I've got a 2020 TRD Pro 4Runner to show you.
All right, so the TRD Pro is just an amazing all-around rig. This thing is geared up to be off-road competitive with basically the best of them. First off, you're gonna have that old FJ style roof rack up on the top that you got crossbars across there so you can sit whatever you'd like on there. Of course, the blacked out badging for the TRD Pro, and then the all-terrain Nito Terra grapplers. These things are a really nice set of tires for off-roading, and then the 17-inch matte black TRD Pro rims. You get a set of running boards of these guys as well. They're the hard plastic version, so you don't need to worry about them rusting out or getting scratched or anything like that. Then the big thing is this suspension in the off-road, or the TRD Pro. So that Fox suspension is just incredible. If you've not driven one of these things, I think that's one of the biggest upgrades in the 4Runner, especially. Then you do have a legit skid plate underneath here. The TRD Pro skid plate is really awesome. It is a not quite half-inch, but very thick gauge steel, or aluminum, sorry, but overall pretty slick. Now, a couple of things you're going to notice right from the get-go is it still has the safety features. So that's the adaptive radar cruise control right there. And then up top, you do have the lane trace assist, your high beams, and your anti-collision camera up there. That's a really nice feature to keep you from hitting people. Your radar cruise is going to keep you from hitting cars. Just all around super safe truck to drive. But TRD Pro, man, that is a good looking rig. All blacked out. Probably my favorite color, black on slate black. I think that's my favorite color combo. And this does have the upgraded catback TRD exhaust as well. So it's got a really nice little rumble to it, but it goes away when you need it to, so it's not loud all the time. A couple things I like is they now have this power button. You can roll down the window right from the back here. It's just nice touch. And again, that's the nice thing about the 400 is that you can roll down that back window. The TRD Pro is a 5-seater, so you do have more space back here. It's about 2 or 3 inches lower than the 7-seaters. But in here, you're gonna have the upgraded JBL stereo, power outlet there for you, and then the 12-volt, and then tie downs throughout the whole thing. So again, really nice option. A couple things you're gonna notice is you have 3 child seat anchors there. You have 2 triple anchors, and then this one you'd use the seat belt up front. And if you notice, you can actually fold that down as well. You take that little clip right there, fold that seat down, you get a nice thoroughfare all the way through. So we'll shut this guy up, jump inside of it. So to open this guy up, you're gonna have lots of cool things in there. First off, you got the soft touch material all the way through, so leather all the way around, and then again, the nice two-tone stitching there. And if you take a peek, you've got a really nice matte black piano finish. And then look behind. The little features that Toyota does on these, especially, they're built in Japan. These things are just tight. Automatic windows back here. And again, you take a peek all the way through. Just really, really nice interior. The Pro comes with a really nice set of leather. You've got the fold down here for cup holders, and then if I want to, I can take this guy and again get the nice thoroughfare all the way through. A couple things you're gonna notice right off the bat is you do have USB ports down there. So again, 2 USBs for the back, which is just becoming a common piece. So I pump this guy up here and then pop this guy right here. Take this guy right down. And now what I've got is a full flat surface. If you take a peek at that, it is nice flat all the way through. Then I've got lots and lots of space to do what I need within there. So I can pop this guy back up, put this seat back down, jump into the drivers, and I'll show you a couple more features there as well. This does have the smart key touch to it. So if I grab the key out of my pocket, you'll see right here, you've got the smart key. I can change, I'll show you this first. I can unlock or lock the doors right from there. So I just hit that sensor, locks the doors, and I wait for a second or two. I reach in behind, there's a sensor on the back that unlocks those doors. Now you'll notice it just unlocked that door. That's what I was about to show you. When you take this key and press those 2 buttons down, hold it until you hear the car beep, I can adjust to have all 4 doors open. So if you got occupants with you and you don't want to have to reach in and unlock the door, it allows you to unlock all the doors. Nice little touch. Again, the TRD Pro with that extra stitching in there and a little bit upgraded features. You have all auto windows, power locks, and of course the lockout button for the jerks in the back to keep them from messing with your windows. Little cubby holes throughout, and again, you'll notice just everything is just tight in here. It's just Japan built. It's a big deal. Lumbar support back, and then the bottom right there for you as well. The seats inside here, I've got my heated windshield wipers, my auto headlights. So I click that button, you can hear it. If I turn this guy to auto, and then push this forward. I never need to touch my headlights again because that camera up there is going to keep a nice view for me. If anybody's coming on, it will actually turn it off quicker than I could to keep the headlights from blinding people. So real nice truck. I'll jump inside here. Actually, before I do that, let's just get a look at this interior. Just overall, really clean, really nice. And again, of course, black on slate black is my favorite color combo. All right, I'll jump inside, show you a couple more of the features on the inside here. So jumping in this truck, first thing you're gonna notice right off the bat is it's just a really nice setup. The black on black is just a great looking feature. The faux carbon down there and the whole works. We'll start off with this side here. You've got your music controls right there, so volume, and then I can change channels, change song right there, voice command, and then I can change my modes through AM, FM, Apple CarPlay, the whole entire works right there, or just mute it, hold that button and I'll mute the whole stereo system. My audio right there, so again, my phone, sorry, I can pick up and hang up right there. On this side, cruise controls right there, I hit it set. And then if I want to, I've got my radar adaptive cruise. I can set how far back I want to sit from the guy in front of me, and my lane departure, I can turn that on or off from here. If I don't want to use a radar cruise, I can just hold this forward for 3 seconds and it will go to standard cruise control. It's a nice option, but once you get used to the radar cruise, it's, I don't know how you drove before without it. Molded steering wheel, so leather wrapped, and again, the molding is just nice. You got a groove in the back, your thumb fits in there real nice. You could hold on to that for a while. No matter where you hold on to this thing, they've really got this steering wheel dialed in to be nice and comfortable all the way through. This is a telescoping steering wheel, so it comes out, up and down depending on how you like it. We'll jump into this side, leather wrapped again with that stitching all the way through. Leather wrapped steering wheel. Inside there, you've got your 12-volt charger. This is your block heater cable that plugs into the front. Inside here, we'll get rid of this guy right there. You've got your heated seats right there, and I like these infinite ones. There's no really on or off or high or low. It's just set to where you like it. This is the rear window. Again, when you roll down that rear window plus the sunroof, you get a really nice airflow without having to open your side windows. Again, your standard shifter, so you can shift down gears and the whole entire works. The off-road comes with the old school 4x4 shift knob right there. So rather than the twisty thing, you've got that kind of the good old boy feel right there. You've got your USB plug-in right there, a 12-volt charger right there. This is the one that's going to hook up to your stereo. In here, you got dual climate control. So I've got climate here, climate here. Press the dual button, and I can adjust this one to do the whole works. Or if I'd like this one, I can change the passenger as well. So again, nice setup. I'll press the push button start here. We'll start off with this section right here. So we'll start right there. You've got your standard fuel economy, liters per 100 kilometer, your average for your trip. You've got the overall everything right there. And then I've got how far until the gas runs out. Eco indicator, that's a live function telling you how you're driving. It will tell you exactly whether you're driving heavy on the foot or light. So I can scroll in there. I think this is where most people are going to spend their time. This is a digital speedometer. And if I want to change that miles per hour, I can do that as well. So I can just shift that in the settings. And then I can set up a time frame for long drives where I can actually have it audibly warn me that I've been driving for a while. You've got steering angle. So as I switch this, you can see the steering piece goes right there. That's a little bit more off-roading pieces. My tire pressure is there for you. And then I've got my compass sitting there. Music. So when I turn the music on this guy, it automatically sets, and if I adjust, you can see it adjusting right there. So automatically, it's a nice touch right there. So I'll click out of that one, keep going over. You've got your radar cruise control, your lane departure. I can turn that on and off of there. Messages, anything that the car is trying to tell me, like the door's open, tires flat, those kinds of things will pop up there. And of course, settings. I can go in there and adjust all these settings, like pre-collision settings. I can actually adjust the sensitivity on how well I want it to work. Not how well or how sensitive I want it. Lane departure, same thing. Sensitivity, I'm a wandery driver, so I turn that down a little bit. Your sway warning gives you a little bit more safety features in there that you can adjust. Once I get that done, I can go in there and I can actually save that settings there. So vehicle settings, a bunch of different things I can go in there. This is where I'm going to change that units and go to miles per hour and so on and so forth. So the digital speedometer is going to really take an effect, especially if I go in the States. So I pop into there. And again, I think the digital speedometer is that one right there. Inside here, this is one of the big upgrades in the 4Runner. That is a large screen. I don't know if you can notice that from the camera. They really upgraded the screen. It is nice and clear. You do get a really nice backup camera there. You can see bumper tip to bumper tip, and then a really wide angle. So you're looking directly down. So especially if you're putting a hitch on or something like that, I can see everything I need to see in there. Inside here, I've got my audio. So again, I can adjust where I want to. So if I hit FM, it's gonna take me right to that setting. Couple nice things about the presets is I like this station, so I'm gonna adjust it right there. Click that one, and it just changes it for me. And you can see how many of these things I actually have. So satellite, the whole entire works, I can save all of them. And then when I use my thumb right here, I can adjust through those settings. It will just go through the presets for me. So it's automatically gonna go through. Oop. Slightly louder, that one. But again, at the end of the day, all that settings right there for me. The phone, if any button I press and I need the phone synced up, it's automatically gonna take me to this screen. Now all I gotta do is go into my Bluetooth phone and pop it in. Oops, someone's laptop from the dealership is popping up there, but it will automatically do it all for me. So it's super, super easy to use. Hit home button, navigation system, same thing, super easy to use, and a lot of nice features. I can set this thing to avoid highways, those kinds of details, and it really give me an overall trip. Now, if I press the voice command, it's got still the voice training on it, but once you get through that, you press I don't want to see it anymore, and it won't be there, but...
Before you start, consider viewing...
Thank you. Find McDonald's.
Showing results for... To navigate to this point of starting guidance.
Now I can talk my way through that whole entire thing. I can just say hit number 1 or hit go, and it'll automatically do that. So if I'm driving, it will make it happen for me without touching the buttons. And then I got 3 different routes. I can adjust the trip I want to go. So if I'm going to the city and there's multiple routes to get there, that will tell me. Along with traffic, you can see that green line saying traffic is still pretty good there. It will help me out all the way through.
Please
couple of things.
to the highlighted route, then the route guidance will start.
So just prove my point there. A couple of things that I like is you can actually turn that voice off. You just hit that button and you don't have to hear the voice, which is awesome. The other thing I used to despise is when you get close to the golden arches, you couldn't figure out how to get that off and the voice was yelling at you in the whole bit. But right now you got this button, hit that, and off you go. So your settings are gone. So really nice, easy system to use. A couple other things that I like, if you go back to here and go to your settings. So if I go to menu and then go to setup, I can adjust that home screen, actually change the way I want it to look. So if first off, I want more options, I got 4, but I can change exactly the way that thing looks. Let's go back to the standard. And then if I want to change certain things, so if I want to go, let's say the weather, let's put the weather where the audio is, because I can see the audio on that screen over there. But now I go back to home. Now I've got the weather up there, my phone, my favorite 4 right there, and navigation, all touchscreen. So if I click into that guy, it's going to give me a little bit more. So 3-day. Again, really cool system. This thing is much better than it used to be. And as you see, just a couple laps around it, and it's super easy to use. But again, overall, one of the things you're going to get with the off-road or the TRD Pro is the crawl control right there. So I can turn that off or on, low speed, high speed, whatever I'm going to do. Depending on what I want to do, is a light off-roading or heavy off-roading, I can adjust that. I've got my locking rear differential right there, and an 8-track is going to give me a better off-road experience. I can change my traction control down. Lots of cool things to really dial this in. You'll notice this button right here is a SOS button that allows me to have some safety in there. Plus it's a concierge service if I sign up for that. But again, really, really nice truck. So many things that I have to talk super fast and I still can't get through it all. But sunroof, TRD Pro, awesome rig, and of course my favorite, black on slate black. Anyways, come on down, take a peek at it, Cochrane Toyota.